Okay, so I did a little intro just now, but SEO, we've been in the area for about 2 years now, a year and 8 months to be precise. Let me give you a little background on our rankings. So we're #1 for Northern Virginia and all these locations. We also optimize for web design because SEO starts at web design. But aside from these local keywords, we're also #1 for these states. So I've been in the industry for over 12 years now. So my talk today is SEO on a shoestring budget. I'm going to start by defining what SEO is, so we all have that base definition. So SEO, here we go. So SEO is the process of optimizing your website so it's able to increase your online revenues through paid and organic search. When you optimize something, you're making it better. You're making it more efficient, you're making it more effective, and you're making it user-friendly. My definition actually includes paid search, and that's surprising to a lot of people because, paid search is a different thing. But really and truly, paid search runs on an algorithm that's very similar to organic search, and that's why I've included it here. To understand SEO, you have to know all the algorithms that have been released by Google. And these are the 8 algorithms that have been released by Google. It's interesting to note that there are over 200 signals, so there's a lot. I mean, there's panda, there's penguin, there's hummingbird. You would think Google was trying to open a zoo or something. Doesn't it feel like that? So panda is about content. Penguin is about links. Hummingbird is a better understanding of user query, and so on and so forth. You don't have to remember all these algorithms. I'm an SEO expert, and I get them mixed up all the time. But it's a good thing to know that they're there and that Google is trying to make the algorithm better every single time. The most important thing to remember is that search engine algorithms try to mimic user behavior. And this is something that will make SEO very easy to understand. So a few years ago, Google noticed that users would click off a website if a website didn't load within 3 seconds. So that's 40% of users leaving websites if the website didn't load within 3 seconds. What did Google do with that information? They created the algorithm, the page speed algorithm. So every algorithm that Google releases actually mimics user behavior. So even if we're not optimizing for all the algorithms, our rankings and all our clients' rankings have steadily increased year by year, not because we've actually optimized for the search engines, but because we've optimized for users. So at the end of the day, search engine optimization is about optimizing for the users. That's the quickest way to understand what SEO does. Okay, so the most important takeaway is this. Build websites for your users. Don't build it for search engines, and don't build it for your company like a glorified brochure. Your website needs to be able to satisfy users' queries. Another thing that's really interesting is when Google came out with the content quality, which is the Panda algorithm. They were really reacting to the way users were behaving when they land on the page. When a user lands on a page and they see grammar that's all wrong, layout that's all wrong, users are clicking off. So you can really see that Google tries to mimic how users react when they land on a website. And that's what SEO is about. It's about optimizing for users. Okay, so how do you increase your rankings with a small budget? So these are the 3 foundations of SEO. It's content, links, and technical SEO. This is all you have to understand when building a website. When you're writing your content or creating your content, know what keywords you're targeting. And then integrate those keywords into your content. Don't stuff keywords into your content. Check your Tf-Idf. So Tf-Idf, is anyone familiar with Tf-Idf? Perfect. So Google uses the same technology in their algorithm. Tf-Idf stands for term frequency, inverse document frequency. It's a statistic that pretty much counts how a word relates to an entire document. So when you're doing your when you're inserting keywords into your content, look at your competitors. Look at how many times they're using the keywords in their content as it relates to the entire content of the page, and make sure you don't go over that. And then integrate keywords within your site navigation. I think this is so important because not a lot of people understand it. A lot of people use services on their site navigation, but your site navigation, that's so important because that's actually anchor link text. So that's the most important link pointing to your website. So integrate your keywords within your navigation. Integrate keywords within your title, headers, and meta description. Again, you're doing all this without doing too much, without crossing over to keyword stuffing. Write a lot of quality content with EAT. EAT stands for expertise, authority, and trust. Don't just hire someone to write your content. And this is what's so important. As an expert in your field, as someone who's been in the industry for so long, users know who the experts are and those who are just copywriting for you. And I think this is what differentiates good content from so-so content. And yeah, so write content that has EAT. Ensure your page satisfies users' query. So every page on your website is a landing page. And I think people forget this. It's like, let me make a website. I need this page, I need this page, I need this page. Without really thinking about, okay, what is the user looking for? I think when you understand what users are looking for, then you can create a page tailor-made for that user. And that's what SEO is about. Understand latent semantics indexing, or LSI. So LSI is knowing, did anyone watch Men in Black, the latest Men in Black? Raise your hand if you watched the latest Men in Black. So, latent semantics indexing, or LSI. You know that scene where Chris Hemsworth was saying, okay, this is what happened then. And he was repeating the same thing over and over again. And he couldn't use semantics because he was just fed one story. And that was the story he kept repeating over and over again. So latent semantic indexing is him repeating that same word over and over again. When truly, when you're writing content, you can't repeat the same thing over and over again. You're actually using synonyms when you're describing something, and that makes it true. not when you're repeating the same thing over and over again. So that's content. Content is probably the most important aspect of search engine optimization. If you are a writer, then SEO is for you. You would be amazing in SEO. Let me just check my notes and make sure that I haven't forgotten anything. Okay. Links. Okay, the second foundation of SEO is links. So a link is like a handshake, right? When you're giving a recommendation to someone, you're giving them a link. You only give links to other websites you trust, and Google understands this. So when you're linking to something or someone, you're giving them your trust. So determine local links that give your website credibility. Local links that give your website credibility are links from the chamber, links from your association. These are all, like for example, the chamber is a brand that Google recognizes. If you have a link from the chamber, it's easy for you to show up for your company name. Maybe not your keyword if you haven't done your keywords properly, but at least for your company name. Internal links are important too. So people forget that internal links are also links. Okay, my time is up. Okay, so very quickly, can I get 2 more minutes? Okay, sorry. So here, one. So, the best way to get links is by writing quality content. If you're writing content that has EAT, then people are linking to you. Ensure all your social links and directories point to your website correctly. I've seen this so many times. People are like www.mywebsite.com, and in the next social media they're writing http ://mywebsite.com. They're forgetting the www. Google reads those two domains separately, differently. So make sure you're using the same domain every single time. And then research your competitors' backlinks. If your competitor can get those backlinks, so can you. And then technical SEO. So technical SEO is just is the process where Google can index and crawl and categorize your website properly. This is so important, and this is the aspect of SEO that people often forget. Okay, and then prioritize. So how to do SEO in a shoestring budget is prioritize. If you don't know how to write, or you can't write, if you can write, then prioritize getting links. Then write all your content for your website, and then prioritize getting links. If you have a budget for press releases, for ads on paper, to pay for memberships, then prioritize practicing how to write, or at least hiring a content writer that can write under your guidance. And then if you can write and have quality links, then prioritize integrating technical SEO. And those are my tips for SEO on a shoestring budget. Okay, thank you for having me.
Awesome job. Fevi, thank you very much. There's a lot to go into SEO. I think every company realizes, or you might have to answer some questions. So every company probably realizes, if you want to be found on the internet, you just don't put up a web page, right? It takes a lot of magic and a lot of work behind it. So anybody have any questions for Fevi? Anybody have any questions? Tom?
If you have an email address, you put up. The email address.
Yes.
Email is so 2002, Tom. You go to the LinkedIn, you connect to somebody, you message them, but yes, we will share that on the, I'll make sure I share it on Reston Tech Talks. All right.
My cards are also on the table, so.
All right. And anybody have any other questions for SEO? None today? All right, everyone give a big round of applause to Fevi, everybody. Thank you. Thank you so much.